Dudes and dudettes, how are you guys? This is Chazzy and welcome back to The Mixer, the segment on this channel where I give you guys all sorts of detailed analyses from all walks of life. I'll talk about people, places, animals, food, sports, traveling, the whole 9 yards. Hence why it's called The Mixer, because I mix things up in this huge playlist with over 200 videos at this point. My god, there's a lot of mixering. And anyway, today it's very windy for some reason. The weather here in Sao Paulo is always very bipolar. In my living room, it's not so bad. I got the window open here for some fresh air, but out there to my right, man, there's so much wind. You guys might even hear it at some point throughout the video. Hopefully not, but well, that's life, nature, whatnot. Anyway, so guys, today I'm going to be addressing a topic, that I have actually, adhered to. If you pay attention to my community tab on my channel where I'm posting stuff every single day, you may have caught that I recently bought a new phone. Well, recently, it's been couple of weeks or a little bit more at this point, right? So I had to buy a new phone. I didn't want to, I had to, because my old phone broke, and I did also mention it in a few of the videos. I actually showed it to you guys. This is my new Samsung A24, and you might see here on screen that I have the timer running right now for the video. I don't know if you can see it. It always sucks. Anyway, I had to buy a new Samsung phone recently, and I'm going to explain a little bit about why I had to, what exactly happened, and why it's been sort of crippling emotionally, because I know that it's going to come off as a first world problem, and like, oh wow, he bought a new phone that was better than his last one, and it's so freaking awesome, and now this is the bad. I get it, okay, I understand where you guys are coming from. I do realize that it makes me seem like an ungrateful millennial, because I did have enough money to buy a new one, it was an emergency, so I had to dip into my emergency funds, and it put a decent dent, but still, okay, well, that's not the point. The point is that I'm pretty sure you guys can relate to what I'm about to say. Having a phone for an extended period of time really helps to create a bond with it, It's like you have a particular phone for a year, and then you feel really attached to it. Then 2 years go by, you're even more attached. 3 years go by, it's like it's part of your own body. It's like it's just there, second nature. More time goes by and it starts to feel like a child, It literally becomes an extension of you. So whenever you switch phones, I don't know, sometimes you need to because your old phone sucks and you willingly do it, you trade up for better technology. But when there's an accident and you're forced to change it, which is what happened to me, that is just what, God, man, it really messed me up, and it actually still kind of is messing me up right now, man. I cannot for the life of me get used to having this thing. I miss my old phone. Look, let's just be clear, okay? This is a great phone, okay? This is a great piece of technology by Samsung, and I have become a much bigger fan of Samsung phones in recent years. I used to prefer iPhones, still kind of do, but I have nothing against Samsung. This is a really good model, and it's considerably superior to my old one, because in case you can't read what it says on the box, this is a Galaxy A24, which is 4 models ahead of my old one, which is just a regular A20. So, I mean, it is better. It does do things and have certain features that my old one didn't, and it does feel good to explore them, However, I had this very strong attachment to my old phone, and this one does certain things differently than that one, or it doesn't do certain things, and you guys might notice that I create, or at least try to create, different kinds of content on YouTube, and I actually use my old phone a lot for the microphone, to record, to record the gameplays, that I post on my channel. So every single video of me playing a game was with that phone and my microphone, and it had a very good quality, and this one doesn't. I don't know why. Something is wrong with the microphone, I tried to record and the audio keeps fading in and out. I tried to download more voice recording apps and it didn't work, and it just feels very strange. It's a lot better for creating shorts, because I don't know if you guys can see, but it has 3 cameras, which is, I believe, 1 camera more than my old phone did. So it has much better video quality, photo quality, so I can actually make shorts a lot better and do other things to administer my channel. But other social media sites, it's very weird because I was so used to having that phone my old one that it just became so natural to me. And also, I don't know if you guys can see it, but like I have the habit of doing this, you know. I don't know if it's gonna focus. I have the habit of doing this, right? I make little folders, you know, to show for certain apps and things, you know. I like to do this. I keep myself, let me amp the brightness, you know, my social media. I like to keep things like this, you know, very organized. And I pretty much copied and pasted this exact same format, you know, from my old phone. So it does look the same, but it doesn't feel the same. You know, it feels like it's, I don't know how to explain it, man. It's almost like, because my old phone broke through an accident. I was recording a video, actually. I was in the middle of recording a video. I keep the phone here on my lap with the timer on so I can see how long I'm recording each segment here. And it actually slipped off of my lap and fell face first on the tile floor. So the screen completely shattered. So it was crazy. I had to go and immediately go downtown and try to fix it. But the guy put in a screen that wasn't the original. So it sucked, and it just, there was no going back from it, you know. I had to go and get my money back, and I even sold it to the same bastard, you know, to get a little bit more cash too on the side. And now I have a few precautions that I take. You guys aren't seeing it here, but maybe I'll show it to you one day through a short, you know, the whole setup. I have a bunch of stuff here, you know, to kind of like cushion the fall in case the phone or the tablet falls. So it's really annoying, but it's a precaution that I should have taken before. But like I said, I was so used to my old phone that I just wasn't very careful with it, and that was my ultimate downfall, you know. It just became so second nature to me, like an extension of one of my hands, that I wasn't as careful as I should have been, you know. And you only know what you have until it's gone. So now I'm stuck with this thing, and it's not that I'm trying to be ungrateful, it's just so weird to get used to a phone. I had that old phone since 2019, man, you know, so freaking 4 years or so with the same phone. I was so used to it, so accustomed. It wasn't just mine, it was me. It was almost like it was, you know, part of my soul. And now it's gone, and I feel like Voldemort having lost a Horcrux. There is a part of me that very strongly resents this new phone for replacing my old one. And at the same time, I understand that everything happens for a reason. My old phone was getting, like I just said, old. It was very outdated, you know, and it just like, there were certain things that I couldn't do on it that you can do on more modern phones, you know, certain apps that wouldn't work, or just but it was still really good. As a content creator on YouTube, you know, it wasn't a very useful tool in terms of camera quality or that kind of thing, but it still got the job done. You know, I had used it to record so many videos, you know, the audio. I had just, you know, I had done so many things on it, especially on Twitter. My relationship with Twitter seems to have changed, because I would tweet so frequently on my old phone, had my drafts, the way that I would do stuff, the way that it would, the app would be formatted, certain things that my eyes got used to seeing that now are different, you know. And I've barely been using Twitter or Letterboxd, apps that I was very frequently active on before. You know, I barely watch YouTube videos anymore, because I have this almost kind of paranoia that the battery keeps dying too fast, even though I don't think it actually is. I don't know, it feels like the battery is dying with the same frequency as my old phone, and this one is new, so it doesn't really make sense. But there are certain things that I don't do on it anymore, like certain actions that I migrated to my tablet to try to conserve energy and whatnot and use it less. I have found myself using this new phone a lot less than my old one, you know, either because I don't want the battery to die, or I'm just not used to the damn thing. And it's frustrating, man. My old phone really felt like it was a part of me, you know. It's just all of my contacts, not all of which I was able to bring into this one. I did the smart switch thing, you know, between Samsung phones, so I managed to bring in a lot of stuff. Although before that, I just out of paranoia and precaution, I had uploaded pretty much everything that was on the old phone into OneDrive, you know, just to keep it safe. I found out that it wasn't even necessary, but I still wanted to do it anyway. At least I bought the same model of a phone. It would have been worse if I bought maybe like a Xiaomi or an iPhone and would have lost everything. So yes, it's the same line, the same model, the same fabrication, so I guess that kind of makes it easier. I don't know. It just, I don't know, man. I can't get attached to this thing. It's really hard to get attached to it. I keep looking behind the camera to see my mirror, the reflector, if it's actually showing the phone in the frame. Looks like it is, yeah. This could totally be a thumbnail. I got a new phone because my old one died. But yeah, man, I just don't even know what to say anymore. I don't know what to do. I just know that, my God, I really miss my old phone. I really miss it so much, man. Like it just. And this thing is heavier, it's bigger and it's bulkier, so I feel like it's more fragile. I feel like I'm gonna drop it and break it again at a moment's notice. But still, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. You know, you get so accustomed to something, you know, the way that something works and the way that you behave with it, and then even when you upgrade, it's just, I don't know, maybe it's a sign that the universe sent me, you know, go and get a new phone, and took a pretty big chunk out of my savings, though. That's the problem. It wasn't exactly expensive, but for somebody who lives in Sao Paulo, it's not exactly cheap, so it was kind of right there in the middle pricing, but still, it's sad, man. It's sad. You guys may have noticed that my mood even changed from certain videos, and it's just because it completely messed me up, but still, that's it. I think that wraps up today's concept vlog. Just wanted to come here and talk to you guys and vent out this kind of frustration, this very, very classic first world problem of there being so much more worse things out there, and I'm frustrated about having to buy a new phone that was necessary. I just wish I would have, if I had taken better care of my old one, it probably would have lasted a lot longer. I still could have had it for maybe another year or even more. But I don't know, that's just life. But okay, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up here. I did run a poll on my community tab some time ago, asking you guys what model of phone you prefer, if you wanna go check that out later. I think the options were Samsung, I think it was iPhone, Samsung, Xiaomi, and Motorola. You guys can go there and vote. Let me know in the comments which one you prefer and why. And speaking of letting me know in the comments what you prefer and why, if you happen to like this video, please go ahead and give it a like, and also subscribe to my channel because I release videos every single day. And while you're at it, hit the notification bell too so I can know exactly what time I upload, and it's all good. And now let me know in the comments below if what you thought about this, you know, my line of thought, and if you ever faced a similar situation like where you bought a new phone because you had to, not because you wanted to, what exactly happened, you know, let me know, because so many phones have perished over the years in this modern day age of technology. I just want to hear from you guys too. But anyway, this is Chazzy signing out for now, and as always, I will see you guys in the next video after having recorded for about 13 minutes. I don't know if you guys can see, it's been about 13 minutes or so, so it's gonna be a shorter video in post. Just wanted to show off the phone screen a little bit more. Roll the outro screen.